DC trip, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Did you get my email? The empty one that had no?
What
DC trip? The one that I sent in the Teams channel that I was like, hello SGA people, I have a free DC trip for you, May 2nd. It's already filled. I can't go. Okay. Well, technically Dolhart just left, so I have 1 to 2 more spots if anybody's interested. You're coming, right, Harvey?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's politics and Jewish things.
I know, right? That's our shit.
Like 90% of my personality.
It's also food. 3 free meals, which is a larger part of my personality.
Oh yeah, Harvey. I'll talk to you afterwards, but I met with about stuff and basically the with the historic caucus. I want to see your Yeah. I'll give you more after.
It feels really weird not writing the agenda anymore.
Well, that should be a congrats. You don't have to write anything.
Yes.
I didn't bring food because I was like, I don't know if it's gonna last till 8.
I might have some snacks in my bag.
I might take you up on that.
Okay, let me see how many pretzels. Okay, at our last meeting, I went through my entire bag and ate like 4 things of pretzels, like 3 things of Goldfish, and I haven't replenished my stash. So let me check.
Do you always carry snacks?
Yes.
I have an entire piece.
I get very hungry, so
I had
Brandon, you can spill in next to Harvey in one of those 2 seats, or in the very front row next to Jackson. It doesn't matter. But Jackson has 2 seats, so I wouldn't recommend sitting next to him.
This is slander. This is slander. I like to make a point of personal
I have some
privilege.
Pringles. Master Ian, that works. You were ready. Let me see what else I have. That's sold out. Gavels and red backpacks. It's old.
Oh, never mind.
It.
I need a gavel, Brianna. Yes, I forgot mine.
Just keep one in your bag all the time.
No.
Give me my spare.
It's on the final.
I'm taking physics 2 over online at University
The
of
agenda?
Yeah.
Check your email, dude.
No, I think it's asynchronous.
So did you get this?
I literally told I'm like, yeah, I'm just to search summer courses of like any university.
Yeah, I'm on team then.
Business rate, 4 credit,
Because I was gonna look at the Ballot method, but
and University of Wisconsin.
Wait, the bylaw, today's agenda.
yes.
Okay, Kobe made today's agenda, so that's a Kobe question. Let me finish setting this up. Here's your gavel.
Hello.
Sorry for taking your spot.
Oh,
We don't have assigned seats anymore.
No, technically that's
For the
wrong.
last meeting.
In Robert's rules, that's not how roll
Are
plans
we
are.
not on this side? This has like an hour.
Regardless of, also you can change the rules.
I know you can.
But no, we were told it wasn't wrong.
Yeah, but I still said it.
Kobe, we were supposed to like
Well,
register
yes,
comments
but-
before, right? Ryan.
We're starting to do it.
Hello?
Because
Elena's fixing the file management system.
Why?
Ryan and I have discovered there's some fun little tricks buried in Robert's Rules 13th edition.
Okay, it's not a lot. I don't think it's a lot. Like,
No, it's good.
I'm sorry, I need to fix my. I didn't go to the food pantry today, so I can't replenish all my things. What was I doing? I was cutting.
You're doing your best.
Is there any way that SGA could like organize like a drive or something to like use like people's like last like $9 and stuff to buy something to the
So that's something that was talked about is being able to donate $90.
Well, not just like donate them necessarily, but literally just go and buy a bunch of stuff.
So the food pantry has regulations on what can be put in there because it's technically
give me
an
a second.
food bank. And it's not like a canned food truck or something like that. It's very nice and organized. But that's something I could talk about if we're interested.
But doesn't
During my next meeting,
offer,
I'll
like,
leave you with your Hopkins groups QR code.
They do. That's how people
I went to Charmar the other day and a juice was $7. That's crazy.
Capitalism.
They're like healthy juice things.
I thought it was not that good.
No, they're not even good.
They're not that
I one of my friends was like, I have $90, get whatever you want. I was like, I'm only gonna get a juice. It won't be that expensive. It was $7. I don't understand. But the omelet station is back in FFC and it reminds me of freshman year again. So that makes me happy.
Can somebody?
They sent out like the vaguest email about like new dining next year.
Oh, I have a better. I have a
The
better.
chips brand is really good. I
I their email about like the stuff that I sent them and whatnot, but I haven't gotten around to transcribing it yet because.
Because did you finish your paper?
Forward
What?
that, Jack?
Did you finish your paper?
Well, my third paper, yes.
Okay.
In a row.
Wanna forward
So
that?
you can come to practice.
Wanna forward that?
Also,
Thank you for it,
Ryan, I'm going personally to the closet to find the Diabolos for you, since apparently nobody else could find them. And I want you to come back to practice. So, if anyone else feels like joining fire spitting, I have 3 SGA people in it now. So,
It's a cold.
I still have my extra equipment. if
It
you
actually
want
looks
to
like a
borrow
ball.
it for people that-
Loki might. What?
With a fire.
Yes, with the fire spitting.
Dude, so I don't know. So
We
like,
should have an elaborate
Don't
history.
ask me what that was.
Relativity.
What were you saying, Javon?
Some freshman
Yeah,
asked me
yeah.
what that was.
It's fire spitting. Direct them to
Because
me.
you guys in the middle of the night, and so people are walking by like. So
Yeah, because the only time we got our practice approved was 10 p.m. and then that is it. So if you guys are out Gilman Quad 10 p.m., you'll see us. I'm gonna pass out the papers. Don't write anything on them. I can pass these out, right? I don't want to do it in the middle of the meeting.
Yeah, we can do it now. Yeah,
Is
that's
this
fine.
like?
Are we
This
impeaching
is
someone?
no. This is for committee stuff.
Which you would know if you read the
Yeah.
email. Gosh.
Harvey,
Actually, it was in the email.
Was it?
Was
Why
it?
was
I don't
it in
remember.
not to
Oh, you wrote the email.
You're just behind your computer. Sorry.
Oh,
Still
I know.
read the agenda.
Brianna.
Because I helped make it.
I did read the agenda earlier today.
There's no newsletter here. We are free to do whatever
Is
we
there a
want.
reason Toby, is there a reason the funding bill is in both readings tonight?
Yes, because we are waiving it.
What? Nothing in?
Because usually it has to go through the first reading before the second, but we're waiving it since it's the last meeting of the year.
Yeah, it is. I'm just migrating around up here, living my best.
Usually the thing in Teams
See that
where
line?
it's like on site.
And then I'll wait to fill in the back.
Can you text Elena to see if this thing is working on my phone right now?
She was like,
Can I do it now?
Text Elena to see if the stream is working.
Kaya, can you text Elena to see if the live stream is working? That's what you were trying to say, right?
that's the like.
I like that it took 2 of us to come up with the word. Like I'm holding something, I totally
That's not Frontier. Wait, so how do I start?
How do you start the meeting?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna aggressively gavel and say, "Can I get a motion to start the meeting?"
Okay.
Will you wait for me to get back to my seat though? Okay. I don't want to be like, "Oh, God." Okay. We are missing people because I counted how many should be here, and I have extras. So, okay.
Sign in. Or else.
Before you gavel, you say, "Can everybody check in on Hoffman's groups?" And then you gavel and say, "There's no second meeting." You can text me if you need any help.
Can everybody sign in on or register and check in on Hopkins groups while we are here?
Did you get one of these?
Oh,
I don't know where. Oh, okay.
I thought you were already sitting.
Unsugar purposes. Take this away from me, you're able.
Yeah, see, that's what I was gonna say, is there's medical equipment.
No, these are jokes.
Can I get a motion to start the meeting?
Motion to start the meeting.
I acknowledge your motion. Second.
I second.
Second. All in favor? Those opposed? Any abstain? Okay, welcome to our meeting. We will begin with call to order and roll call. Hopefully Elena is on stream so she can hear me call out the names. What? That's fine. Brianna.
Here.
Oh, I should.
I'm back
I
here
should
today.
use them.
And forever.
I'm here. Treasurer Nicholson.
Here.
Secretary Regier on stream.
Point of order. The live stream has no camera feed.
Is that because it's unplugged?
No, it's a.
We're
I think it is out of batteries. Oh no, not again.
Not again.
180p iPhone camera.
Honestly, that might be
Instagram Live.
Okay. Is the microphone working?
Can we just
Yes.
Okay, then hopefully this will work, and then I'll try again. Where? President Wu.
Hello.
Senator Liu. Sophie.
I don't
Okay.
know where she is. I'll text her.
Senator Rodriguez. Senator Failala.
Here.
Senator Zhu is an excused absence. President McGinnis.
Oh, hi.
Senator Parrish.
Here.
Senator Chen. Okay, Senator, that's another excuse. Senator Huang.
Here.
Senator Lenny.
Here.
Senator Cruz Moreno.
Here.
Senator Chu. President Chu, my apologies. Senator Dobbs.
Here.
Senator Morris.
Here.
Senator Naqvi.
Here.
Senator Loza Cervantes.
Here.
Senator Gupta.
Here.
And Senator Benjamin.
Point of order, Sophie is on her way, so she will be here soon.
Okay. Yes. Okay, that's wonderful. Okay.
It's a dead street.
So,
Point of information.
we have no convening business, I believe. For any amendments, I cannot offer any amendments, but may I suggest us confirming our new senator on this senior class? If anybody would like to.
I think you can add things to the agenda, Kobe.
I can?
Yeah.
Okay, then
You actually are the only one who can practically.
Is it chair discretion?
Yeah, you're the chair. So-
can I? Oh, I thought I have to approve someone else's discussion.
Otherwise, I will suggest that we confirm Senator Alla.
Okay, then I will add it to it.
I'm gonna.
I suggest.
I'm also gonna suggest myself to present this. Elena says dead. Works. Dead. So. Okay. And then whenever you have a chance, just pull up the inauguration thing. I think it's under confirmation. What is it called?
I do not.
Every time I do this.
No, it's just not everything's like
Is it inauguration script? Here. Yeah,
Yes.
we're just trying to find it in the Teams. I have it right here.
Okay.
Look up the word inauguration. That's what it's under. It's called inauguration script, or it should be. If it's not, it's scroll on. It's under all of this. Oh, maybe it's not. It was for me. Oh well. So we can't
Probably 5.
pull it up here. We're having difficulty pulling it up on the screen. So
Point of information. Does anybody know how many keys are in April?
Yeah, it's fine.
no, but that way in case we don't understand it, we always put it up on screen. This is the alternative of the screen.
Chicken. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so decision day is in
Correct.
5 days.
Alrighty, so we have a senator here who wasn't able to come to inauguration last week. Obviously, before we do anything else, they have to be confirmed to the Senate the same way you were. They're going to say the same script, but instead of the Chief Justice introducing them, it will be me doing the introduction. Oh, got you. It'll be me doing the introduction. So if you would like to come up to the front, and you're going to say your name and your year, and then we're going to do the whole repeat after me thing.
I am Olive Balala and I'm a junior.
Alrighty, so she's going to be an incoming senior class senator. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, insert name here, affirm that I will support
I, Olive Balala, affirm that I will support
and serve the Constitution of the Johns Hopkins University Undergraduate Student Government Association.
and serve the Constitution of the Johns Hopkins University Undergraduate Student Government Association.
Great, that one felt shorter than the one that we normally do, but it was the one that I had saved as the correct one. So technically that is the inauguration script for how you get inaugurated. We're missing it's missing a sentence, but that was the one that is saved.
It's like 2 sentences or 3.
It's the swear to uphold and affirm the office of Senator of the Year of blank is the sentence that we're missing.
You swear to bite.
Isn't there like a line of a constitution, right? The uphold the constitution of the state government.
It's Oath of office. That's the word. I have inauguration script, which isn't. Yeah. There we go. Here, you're just gonna repeat after me. All right. Part 2 of that. I, name here, do solemnly swear
I, Olive Lala, do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the office of junior class president / senator, but you're actually going to be senior, so.
the office of senior class senator
And will to the best of my ability
and will to the best of my ability
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution of the JHU Student Government Association.
the Constitution of the JHU Student Government Association.
There you go.
Welcome.
Congrats.
Now that you have voting power, it's time to put you to work. Up next, we have our committee confirmations.
Do we have the caucus report?
Are we doing exec board reports, sir?
Come on. We moved it.
We're confirming committees before we do other things. That way committees can give updates. No.
Unless we would not like to. Okay, we'll just executive branch reports. Student body president.
Alrighty. I'm gonna go up to the front for whenever I give reports.
Point of order.
Yes.
Did we miss the approval of minutes? The previous
Yes.
minutes?
Oh yes.
And public input, because
Yes.
public here today.
Where's the newsletter?
Okay.
Point of order.
Yeah.
Could you please enforce the end of like side conversations or whatever
Mhm.
this is?
Okay. We will begin with approval of previous minutes, which is done by the secretary, which
It's not here.
is not here. So we will move on. Public input. We have no public input.
So, no. The whole body approves, y'all need to vote to approve the minutes from last meeting.
Okay.
That's what approval of minutes is.
Okay. Mm.
Are the minutes on the website? Do we know? Is Elena?
She's still working on the file system because currently she has access to all the files in the Teams, but I don't think everybody does, to my knowledge. That was an issue that we were having a couple days ago. But I can text her and see what
During our next meeting, could we just approve
Yeah,
the
but
previous?
there action needs to happen on this line item, so if you need to table it to the next meeting, you can.
Okay.
You
Motion,
can't just skip it.
Okay.
motion to table the approval of the previous.
I acknowledge your motion. Do I have a second? I acknowledge your second. All in favor? Those opposed? Abstain. Okay. This will be tabled into our next meeting. Next, we have public input with no public, and therefore no input. We shall move on to executive branch reports. Student body president.
All right. Hi, everyone. Bear with us as we get used to our new positions. This is only the second meeting with Kobe as vice president. I think he's doing a good job with the new agenda format as well. So generally for updates on my end, this is our last student government meeting of the year. I know this is the second student government meeting ever for some of you, but that's how it works. We have a lot of stuff on the agenda today, so hopefully everybody had a chance to look at it, including committee confirmations, committee chair confirmations, a couple of funding bills, a few other things. There's also a SGA agreement thing that will be going out just about your responsibilities within SGA, because we want to make sure that everybody, has it very clearly written out what they're supposed to be doing. I also wanted to say, because I won't be saying this during the class council report, but I went to the freshman class council event for the full 4 or 5 hours that it happened. I was just kind of hanging out there and like being their photographer and eating their food, and it was really wonderful. So I'm very proud of you guys. That was a very successful event. Everyone's kind of scattered, so I'm just gonna look generally into the audience. I wanted to say that we have 1 to 2 more spots open on the May 2nd free DC trip with Hillel for student leaders. So if anybody's interested in that isn't already going, I have like 4 people in SGA already going, shout out. You guys can reach out to me afterwards. Beyond that, somebody got in contact with me from the Peabody General Assembly about a transportation initiative. I have not even read the email, but I will be reading the email, and if it's something that I need assistance with, I'll be sending it in the Teams for everyone. Everybody should have access to Teams except for Ala. I think Elena will be adding you on soon if she hasn't already. In addition, I have my meeting with the president, the provost, one of the deans, I don't remember which one, and another administrative person coming up over reading period and during that general time. But beyond that, you guys are still expected to go to your committee meetings until the end of the school year. We won't be having another GPM, but I know finance has some stuff they have to do. But after that, like, this is the last time a lot of you will be seeing me until next fall. So I will see you all next fall. And
Or go
happy
to
summers.
point of information. You can also see
I'm
Brianna if
advertising
you
that
go
live.
to.
I'm advertising that later. Oh my goodness, that's good announcements. But yeah, I'll advertise that in a second. We have the suspense going. Otherwise, I can go ahead and pass it off to, wow, I just didn't realize that Word doesn't recognize my last name, but it recognizes like everybody else's. Shout out to Olive for also not being recognized. Okay.
So in terms of vice president reports, thank you for being patient with me. Still getting used to Robert's rules. I'll be reading the word over the summer. I confirmed, not confirmed, but I set up the committees and a couple of the bills we have on here. So hopefully this will work great. Next we have Secretary Regier.
I'm gonna be Elena. This is why I should see you back. Report, made bylaws amendment and electronic voting funding bill, finding CMC chair, will be transitioning CMC and working on getting ready for next year over the summer. She also reformatted the bylaws for 7 hours today. So she's doing the same amount of SGA work that she always does. Shout out to Elena if she can hear us.
Next up we have Treasurer Nicholson.
Hello, this may be our last GBM meeting, but once finance is confirmed, I do plan on having maybe 1 or 2 meetings with you next week during reading period, because we will have fall budgets to go through, and I want to at least do like a summary of how finance operates in the next week, so you guys know how to give money to clubs for the next year. Thank you.
Up next we have class council reports. First with the senior class, President Wu.
We had a meeting after last GBM, very short meeting, where we discussed about what we're gonna do about the senior event planning. So we're gonna brainstorm what we want to do in the summer. And then start planning it in the middle of summer, so we don't start planning a week before. That's all.
Junior class council, President McGinnis.
Howdy. So in the past week, not much really got done. Everyone's just kind of filling into that lame duck period almost as the year comes to a close. We're going to start getting together, and I hope to have one meeting in the next couple of days to kind of get everyone's feelings on how the semester's ramping up and look into the planning phase as we get our hopes and dreams on the table and try to realize all that fun magical stuff. So looking forward to working with everyone, and pass it on to the next one.
Sophomore class council, President Chu.
We have our
Brian, stand up.
Rise.
I'm not sure if I'm required to, but I'll check later. First off, shout out to current council members and former council members, advisors, anybody who volunteered with us for helping with our formal. It went very well. We will have an event report later. We've started closing out this semester, so got a few more communications going out. Shout out to all of our team to jump on that, and for like writing like 2 sections of the transition doc already. So very quick. And yeah, we're just finishing up this semester and getting ready for the next.
Thank you. As we have no committees or caucuses yet, we have advisor reports.
Evening, everyone. Oh my gosh, it's the last meeting. I have a few updates. So first, thanks to the folks who were able to attend Leadership Awards Night last Wednesday. I hope you had a really good time. It was fun to host the event. SGA handed out, I don't know, 6 or 7 awards. So it's nice that y'all got to sponsor and support the work that our students, faculty, and staff are doing on campus. Spring Fair is this weekend. It starts on Thursday. The lead office hosts that program. If you haven't been to a Spring Fair yet, this is your year. And we're also still looking for volunteers. So if you want to donate a few hours of your life to supporting this program, let me know so I can get you the link to sign up.
I don't think anyone currently in the Senate has been to the Spring Fair.
I have not either.
Oh my gosh,
This is my first Spring Fair. I'm excited. And then I'm gonna start this thing, so work with me here. I'm calling it the Leadership Corner. So I'm gonna try to just drop a nugget of leadership things to you all during the meeting. And today's leadership nugget is about wellness. So wellness is very much so a part of the leadership process. And I think prioritizing your wellness so that you can show up wholly as a leader and in the leadership process is really important. So I hope you keep that in mind. I can give you some other resources outside of that, but just wanted to emphasize that wellness. And as we move into the end of the semester, all the studying, the late nights, the coffee, try to find some balance in all of that. And last thing is good luck on your finals. It's been a pleasure. Some of y'all have gotten to work with all year, some of you the last 2 weeks. But either way, I'm really excited for what happened this year and what's upcoming in the next academic year.
Up next, we are on to non-legislative business, and we have committee confirmations. And while this loads, while it loads, okay. There it is. So we have our student government committee confirmations of our 110th Senate. And up first, once it loads,
It's just taking time.
The suspense.
I'm literally dying. That's what happens when we get distracted to design infrastructure.
There we go.
Finance Committee. Is that the first one? That's so first up for the Finance Committee, we have Sophie, Mufasa, Harvey, Jenny, Hala, Iris, Brandon, and Araceli. I do not remember the actual confirmation process. And yes, that was what the meeting was supposed to be about.
I think we just one by one send the terms to committee.
We're doing this officially in the way we're doing
By law.
Also, can y'all prioritize finding a parliamentarian first?
Ryan Jackson as our temporary parliamentarians.
What do you need us to look up?
Confirmation process.
I believe in the past, point of information, I believe in the past that we voted to confirm the finance committee as a whole, and if we vote no, we vote through individually. I don't know if that was the proper way to do it. Pretty sure it wasn't.
Yeah, so part of this too, because I think there's supposed to be like conversation that happens, but like your bylaws don't outline
I
that.
don't think there's conversation that happens. I think we eliminate the conversation by having people vote.
And this time is our conversation. I mean, because I can confirm that that's how my name is spelled. And I think that knocks like confirming and conversing out of the way.
Is your name so wrong?
No, I was saying that I'm confirming.
Oh, okay.
That's how it's done.
In our bylaws, it does not say a method
This
to
is
do
the
so.
issue we've run into every year we've done this.
Yeah, so,
You can vote it in.
right, we'll do a point of order for this. I think specifically
Disorder.
acknowledging, like you just did, the senator or the SGA members who are nominated for the committee. And then just go into a vote. Someone has a motion.
Would anyone like to motion to vote to confirm these members of the Finance Committee?
Motion to vote to confirm.
I acknowledge your motion. Would anyone like to second? I acknowledge your second. All those in favor?
Moving into voting procedure.
Yes, of moving to voting procedure. All those opposed? Any abstain? Okay, now that we are in voting procedure, all those in favor of confirming these people to the Finance Committee,
Please say aye.
please say aye. Those opposed? Abstain? Welcome to the Finance Committee.
Point of order. So the way that Robert's Rules says to do it on page 685, which is probably not unusual, it says that nominations by the chair, which would be you, is confirmation by voice vote.
Okay, by voice vote. So, Any motions to confirm the Committee on Student Organizations for Jackson, Rachel, Nazreen, Ryan, G1, Elisa, Shalala, Dalhart, Ireland?
Can we refer to the position?
Yes. Senator Morris, Senator Huang, Senator Nakvi, President Chu, President Wu, Senator Rodriguez, Senator Lenny, Senator Dobbs, Senator Parrish, Senator Moreno, and Senator Zhu. Yes. Are there any motions?
Motion to confirm the following students into the Committee on Student Organization.
Point of order, it's a motion to vote.
Oh, motion to vote to confirm the following students into Committee on Student Organization.
I accept your motion.
Second.
I acknowledge your second. Those in now all in favor to move into voting procedure, please say aye. Those opposed? Abstain? Okay, now that we are in voting procedure, those who vote to confirm, please say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Abstain? Committee on Student Organizations. I'll do this a couple more times. Now up for Internal Affairs Committee, we have President Wu, Senator Parrish, President Chu, and Senator Zhu. I will accept any motions at this time.
Motion to vote on confirming these 4 people to Internal Affairs.
I accept your motion. Any seconds? Accept your second. Those in favor? Of moving into voting procedure? Yeah, but they get it by now. Those abstain? Okay. Now that we are in voting procedure, those who vote to confirm, please say aye. Oppose? Abstain?
Everybody has to vote, so you have to vocally say something until we get the eye clickers at least.
Academic Affairs. We're getting on a roll now. Senator Huang, Senator Lenny, Senator Parrish, Senator Nakvi, Senator Loza Cervantes, and Senator Liu. I'm open to any motions at this hour.
Motion to vote to confirm these.
I accept your motion. I accept your second. Those in favor of moving into voting procedures, please say aye.
Aye.
Please say aye. Those opposed? Those abstain? Now we are in voting procedure. Those who vote to confirm, please say aye. Those who oppose? Abstain? Academic Affairs. I hope you like my slides because they took a long time to make it look nice. Now, for Health, Safety, and Sustainability Committee, Senator Rodriguez, Senator Fadlala, Senator Huang, Senator Benjamin, and Senator Dobbs. I accept your motion.
Point of order, it's a motion to vote to confirm. The vote is important.
Motion to vote to confirm.
I accept your motion.
I second.
I accept your second. Those in favor of moving into voting procedure, please say aye. Oppose? Abstain? Now that we are in voting procedure, please say aye if you vote to confirm. Those opposed? Those abstain? Health, Safety, and Sustainability. A couple more. Student Services. We have Senator Rodriguez, Senator Lenny, Senator Chen, Senator Morris, Senator Gupta, and Senator Zhu. I will accept any motions.
Motion to vote on confirming these individuals as students.
Accept your motion. Any seconds? Accept your second. Those voting to move into voting procedure, please say aye. Those opposed? Those abstain? Now that we are in voting procedure, please say aye to vote to confirm. Any opposed? Abstain? Student Services. Last. One more. Civic Engagement Committee. Senator Fadlala.
He loves civic engagement. Very engaging. I know, right? That should be seen.
Okay, I have it here. Yeah, I have it on here. Senator Fadlala, President McGuinness, Senator Morris, Senator Gupta, and Senator Chen. I accept your motion. Do we have any seconds? I accept your second. Those in favor? Those opposed? Those abstain? Now that we are in voting procedure, those in favor, please say aye. Those who oppose? Abstain? We have confirmed the committees of the 110th Senate. And then we wait for another 5 minutes for this to come back. It's trying its best.
Now we're 50% function.
Up next, we have committee chair nominations, and I actually pulled some Robert's rules for this because we can't. So we have to informally consider the matter as if in committee.
What?
Say that again.
Yes, for committee chair nominations, I pulled this off of Robert Rules. We are informally considering the matter as if in committee as a whole.
What does that mean?
So usually, in order to confirm the chair of a committee, it is done in the committee, but we are doing this as a whole Senate. So we informally consider the matter as if in committee as a whole.
Can you
Everyone can-
clarify what that will look like?
So what we are going to do is we're going to have nominations for committee chairs. We're going to go one by one down the committees, and you will have a 1 to 2 minute speech, and then afterwards we will do a blind ballot vote for our chairs.
Everyone should have a piece of paper. Please let me know if you don't have a piece of paper. I have 2 extras.
You can only vote for the committees that you're in. Does that make sense?
I think Carolyn had a question.
Oh, Kellen?
Yeah, just a point of order to make sure that someone motions to move into committee as a whole. They are moving into.
So up first we have finance committee. So if anyone in finance would to, yes.
Point of order, the way this is going to work is that we're going to go through all the committees. To start, we're going to say, for example, someone in the Senate will say, I motion to move into finance committee as a whole. Then we'll move into finance committee as a whole. The only people that can vote are people in finance committee. Who can run for chair are also people in finance committee, just in case anyone was thinking about it. And then whoever is nominated, you can nominate yourself or you can nominate others. You would say, I nominate, for example, I'm just going to use Carolyn. I nominate Carolyn, and then Carolyn can accept or deny the nomination. She accepts after we've done the nominations. Whoever was nominated and accepted goes and gives a little speech, and then we're going to go ahead and go into blind ballot. I'm realizing now, if we are going through all of these individually, I'm going to need a lot more paper for each of the things. So I'm going to cut that up. I'll be,
Yeah.
we have seven committees.
But not everyone votes on
Wait,
every
rip your
paper.
paper in half since everyone's only on 2 committees.
Wait, yeah.
Thanks, guys. If you're on 3, rip it into thirds.
Okay. If somebody would like to just happen to be on the finance committee.
Are you on finance?
Well, I guess the motion though.
Wait, prefer.
Sophie,
Yeah, motion to move to finance committee as a whole.
Second.
I accept your motion. I accept your second. Those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Abstain. We are now in finance committee as a whole. Are there any nominations for chair of the finance committee?
Point of information, can we nominate people who are in finance, even if we're not in finance?
The only people that can be involved in this right now are current finance members. So someone in finance has to nominate someone. You have to have a chair.
You can nominate yourself.
Sophie.
Yeah, I nominate myself for
Okay, I accept your nomination. Would you like to stand up and give a 1 to 2 minute speech?
Wait, you have to see if there's any other nominations first.
Can we do one by one and then? Okay, are there any other nominations? Hearing no other nominations, Sophie, would you still like to give a 1 to 2 minute speech? You have to. I was being polite.
Yeah, so I was in finance committee chair all of this year, so I learned a lot about how funding works for clubs and for this org, and yeah, thanks for choosing me as your finance chair. Yeah, and I will do my best for this year. Yeah.
Thank you for your speech. With no opposition, we will now confirm you. The only
Point of
finance.
order, do we still have to vote if there's no opposition? Okay. Oh.
Parliamentary inquiry.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't able to find anything about briefly stepping outside of the room for things like restroom. Do you know what the procedures is for that, or
As a presiding officer, I will grant you the ability to use the bathroom.
Motion to confirm Sophie as the head of Chair of Finance.
We are unsure currently if that is the method. Carolyn's reading.
I think people still can abstain.
If there's a unanimous consent, I'm pretty sure.
What does Lane say?
Oh, I don't know. I don't have my phone. Kai, would you mind checking what Elena's saying?
She said nominations are secret ballot.
Yeah.
That nominations are secret ballot.
Point of order.
Nominate.
Oh.
I think voting for is.
No,
just-
I think she's right. I think no.
I don't think the nominations are secret.
When I did committee chair confirmations, when we had to replace for whatever committee we had to replace for after Anthony left, nominations were public because you could nominate other people and then they had to accept or deny the nomination. So we did it, nominations were public, but if Elena is saying it, I trust her because she literally read and wrote the entire
Point of
bylaws.
order, according to Robert's rules, and I am on section 50, paragraph 13, part B. It says nominations from the floor, open nominations with viva voice election, which is the common method of appointing members. That's one thing that would actually be, that's actually nominations are not done by secret ballot. The voting can be done by secret
Yes,
ballot.
I think that.
But the nomination itself is
Our
not.
bylaw says secret ballot nomination. Point of order. Our bylaw says secret nomination. And I'm on.
So.
Yeah. It's it's somewhere just Control F, selection of chair, and then it says only committee serving member of the Senate may nominate as a where is it? The executive vice president shall then ask for secret paper ballot nomination of committee member to serve as chair of the committee. So that's
Okay, great. So you might have to rip your paper into more parts, is what I'm hearing.
Actually, I just have paper. Do you guys?
I also just have paper, but I cut it up and made it all nice and I counted. But I can pass out more paper as necessary. Alrighty, I know, I feel bad.
Well, if it's just if it's finance committee, that's fine.
Yeah, it's just finance that needs to nominate, correct?
No, every single committee needs to nominate their chair by secret
Yeah,
ballot.
yeah,
now.
but
So we're gonna need more paper for the future, not for right now.
Can we just do it now while we're doing the paper because everyone has it?
Yeah. This is for the future. Ignore me.
yeah. So
I'm not judging.
redoing the past 10 minutes, I will now accept secret ballot nominations for friends.
I will go ahead. But okay. Point of order. How do we do secret ballot nominations when I'm in front of the entire Senate collecting the paper that it's written on? Because if we have one nomination and one person gave me the paper,
Just collect
it is
paper from everybody.
Everyone in finance.
It's still a spirit.
Everyone in finance, raise your hand, please. Thank you. Everyone in finance, give me your paper.
Like all of it,
Just give me a paper.
with or without
I
words.
don't
With a
care.
nomination.
So it has to be secret ballot, and this is the way to do it secretly. So if I just took it from Sophie, we would know he was doing it.
Yeah, so general point of information, this would have normally happened outside of a GBM where you all scheduled some more time to meet with each other outside of this, and that seemed excessive. This also might be a reminder for you all to review your bylaws, figure out what doesn't make sense, and changing it.
Anybody else in finance? Okay. We're gonna step over here. Oh my goodness, can you believe it? We have Sophie as a nomination.
Oh my god.
Ask if she accepts or denies.
Sophie, do you accept your nomination?
Yes.
Would you like to give a 1 to 2 minute speech?
Yes.
Didn't she already do?
Let's do it again. Just pardon me, destroying trees.
Before Sophie starts, can I do a point of information?
Yeah.
So Cody sent a point of information. Cody sent an email out a couple weeks ago specifically outlining that this process was going to happen and that if you plan to run for a position that you should be prepared to give a speech. As people who are representing large committees and important topics for the campus, you should be prepared to share why you are the perfect or the ideal person for the role, not perfect, but the ideal person for that role. Do it in confidence. You should stand up each time you speak and address the Senate. I'm done.
Point of order, he also mentioned it at last GBM meeting.
Point of order.
Okay.
I'll stand up. There are 3 requests and inquiries that can be, that members of the meeting can use without a vote by the assembly. That is the point of order, which is a request for the chair to enforce a procedure. Parliamentary inquiry, which is a question to the chair regarding parliamentary procedure, for example, what I did earlier, and a point of information, which is a question directed to the chair, which the chair can then redirect. Those are the three that can be used without vote.
So now can we hopefully try to keep it to those three? Are there no papers out?
Yes.
Next we have CSO, so if you're on CSO.
Wait, we have to vote to confirm her.
Oh, yes.
We still have to vote even if it's the only nomination.
Okay. I will accept any motions to vote to confirm. I accept your motion. I accept your motion. Any second. I accept your second. Those in favor?
We're moving into voting procedure. You have to say that.
Those in favor of moving into voting procedure? Those opposed? Those abstain? Now that we are in voting procedure, I will now by secret ballot.
Yep. So I'm putting my steps in. Want to yield to me really quick?
I will yield to Brianna.
I don't know if that's how you do it. Since it's by secret ballot, everyone is going to put their heads down. But you don't have to do it. It's secret. Fold it in half. I'm going to come around and collect if you're from finance. Again, so write yes or no.
Yeah, just pass it to the end of the.
Yeah, that's even better. Pass it this way. And then I'll come up this side. So write yes to confirm Sophie as chair of finance only if you were in finance. If you are not in finance, you get to sit here and look pretty as you like.
Or no.
Or don't. That's why I said if you like. I'm giving people options. All right. Do I have all the finance ballots after this one?
Nope, we got this one.
Okay. Great. I have more ballots. Do I have all the finance ballots? I also cut some more if necessary. How many members of finance are there? Point of information directed.
There are 11. Nope. There are 7.
Okay, I have 7. There's 8. There's 8. Are you sure, Kobe?
Oh, is everybody here? Jenny's not here.
So there's 7 here. Also, in the future, remember to write yes or no and not just Sophie's name. That works too. I'm assuming that's what you meant. If it's not, I'm sorry. Okay. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Sophie, for being chair of finance. Now CSO. Please write down your nominations for people who you believe would be.
We have to motion to move into CSO committee as a
Oh,
whole.
yes.
Motion to move into CSO committee.
I accept your motion, accept your second. Those all in favor of moving into committee as a whole?
Aye.
All those in favor of moving into committee as a whole?
Aye.
Those opposed? Those abstain? Now we are going to, if you're on CSO, please write down your nominations on the piece of paper.
Can we nominate more than one person? Yep.
Yes.
I don't see why not.
Yeah. For your information, people on CSO are Jackson, Rachel, Nazreen, Ryan, Jiwan, Elisa, Shalala, Dalhar, Ireland, Mufasa, Zihe.
Could we show, on point of information, could we show on the board?
Yes, it will just.
Everyone in CSO who has a nomination, please pass it down to the end. Thank you.
Which end?
This end.
So the same end that you're supposed to pass to.
No nominations, no nominations.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But not, you don't have to submit a nomination.
I can do what I can.
Like, we have.
Didn't you say it has to be a secret ballot? So like.
Correct.
Everybody.
Because I would ask
Did I not pick up? I thought I picked up 3 papers from you guys. Is it only 2? I'm sorry.
Take your time, very good.
What do you have for? If you need bigger pieces of paper, I just got some more. Okay.
If you think this is inefficient, think about changing it in the bylaws next year.
Also, please write clearly.
This will also be better with our iClickers.
I'm sorry, guys. It's taking too long. Okay, we have 2 people nominated. Dalhart is nominated and Jackson is nominated. Dalhart, do you accept your nomination?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm doing your job.
Dalhart, do you accept your nomination?
Yes.
Jackson, do you accept your nomination?
No.
Okay. Dalhart, would you like to give a 1 to 2 minute speech?
Yes, I would. Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Dom.
Would you like to come up here? And
Hello everyone, I am still Dalton Ross, and I am a sophomore senator running for CSO chair for the 2022-2023 administration. I believe I'm qualified for the position given my experience in SGA and specifically in CSO. In the last year, I was a very active participant in CSO, especially in my bill that created the unfunded category of student organizations that will go into effect for registrations coming up this fall. Through my work in the last administration, I gained the support of previous chairs for me becoming chair for this administration, which would entail working specifically with the execution of the 3-year plan presented within the last administration to hopefully encourage cross-organization collaboration and more equitable allocation of funds to events that improve campus life. I also hope to continue to evolve the registration and re-registration processes in order to streamline student work on campus. I hope to gain your support.
I will now accept any motions to vote.
To move into voting.
I acknowledge your motion, and I acknowledge your second. Now, all those in favor of moving into voting procedure, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, those abstain.
Point of
Now,
order. When you're motioning, it's motion to vote, not motion to move into voting procedure. The voting procedure is something that they have to do. You're welcome to say it as well, but just make sure you say motion to vote.
okay, and now if you are in CSO, please write down on your secret ballot who you would like to vote for.
And then pass them to this side, fold it in half so that you can't see it. Thank you. I'm just gonna wait here for everyone's. You have yours and secret. I'm just gonna talk to you here and there you go. I got so much more. I know, you guys are supposed to get Okay. Is this everyone from this row? Everyone from this row? Everyone from this row? Alrighty. Time to go to my little office. You guys really are making these secret ballots. Okay, again, please write yes or no and not their name. Your vote doesn't count if you just write their name. I would like to clarify.
Except for if they're more than one.
What?
Except if there are more than one people running.
Correct, but since he's
Yeah.
yes.
You actually, technically, supposed to write down the name because you're like voting for whoever's on the nomination pool.
When we said moving to voting procedure, the rules are specified for the last committee where please say aye if you like, please write aye if you would like to confirm, or no if you would not like to
I think
confirm.
the technicality, because I motion to vote for whoever's on the nomination pool. So you're voting for whoever's on the nomination pool, but it doesn't really matter.
To make it easier for me, could we pick either names or yes or no? Because we have a nice little mix here.
Names is easier.
We also have confirmed.
What?
Okay, write the name of the person you would like to be chair. We'll do it that way now. Either way,
Did yes win?
congratulations, Darn. Yes, confirm. That's what you got. If anyone need more paper, if you are running low or have small pieces.
Okay, no.
I'm giving you a bigger piece because you chose me up.
Okay, now I will accept motions to move into committee as whole for internal affairs.
Motion to move into internal affairs.
Accept your motion. Any seconds?
Point of order, I think you actually have to end the committee meeting, the previous committee.
I'll accept motions to end this committee.
Secondary point of order, I thought on the thing you found about confirmations that's on the agenda, it said any other motion was allowed to at the same time. I could totally be wrong, I just want to clarify that. On the agenda, that little thing you pulled from Robert's rules. You have so many tabs open between all of these.
I have 7 tabs on 2 laptops.
Nice.
Okay, actually, it's gonna be faster on here.
Which one was it on? This
And
was the
any
part-
successful motion to dispose of current motion ends
Okay,
it.
that was not related to this.
Okay.
Thank you for clarifying.
I will accept any motions to end this committee as a whole. I accept your motion. Any seconds? I accept your second. Those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Those abstain. Now I will accept motions to enter committee as a whole for internal affairs. I accept your motion. Any seconds? I accept your second. Those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Those abstain. Now. What was it?
All right, I will accept nominations. I'm just gonna reach across for these because there's only 3 of you here.
Yes.
Great, you're still working. Hi. We have both G1 and Ryan have been nominated, and then you ask if they accept it.
G1, do you accept your nomination? Ryan, do you accept your nomination?
Yes.
Now, we will begin with G1. Please give a 1 to 2 minute speech about why you would be the best IA chair.
Good evening, everyone in Internal Affairs. Okay, my name is G1. I am the president of the senior class. I was the chair of IA last semester, and we also have a lot of moving parts this year, including the constitutional review, and we also have to now move the bylaw to the Constitution so that it actually makes sense in the living career, right? So on that note, I actually, given my experiences in IA, I actually know my bylaw. I did amendment on the bylaw. So on that note, I think I'm a great fit for the chair of IA because I know the bylaw, I know the Constitution, and also I think this is Ryan the other. Ryan. And yeah, also we also have a parliamentarian coming up, so that's just to keep in mind. I end my speech.
Ryan, your 1 to 2 minute speech.
This is more pressure than running for it, like the chair.
So, for the last year and maybe more, IA has largely been treated as a joke committee. It has met less than 10 times in last year and produced no meeting minutes, and has largely not personal, but like, you know, it largely has not fulfilled the roles. Well, okay, it has fulfilled its role responsibly as outlined in the bylaws, but not really initiative based. So I would hope to push IA to take more initiative on the responsibilities that it's given by the Constitution, to keep better records and to make it more of a real committee.
Now I'll accept any motions to move into voting procedure. Motions. I accept your motion. I accept your second. Those in favor?
Aye.
Please say aye. Those who oppose? Those abstain? Now that we are in voting procedure, we will accept your vote by secret ballot.
Do you need more ballot? I have more ballot for anyone who needs it.
I'll eventually need one more.
Oh, look at that. I'm magical.
This is still funny.
Okay. I will take lunch. I'll take it. Take me a lunch. I will take
Be sure to read through them carefully.
Heart is beating. You can announce it.
I don't know. I didn't need to gavel. The new chair of the IA committee is Jiwon. Okay, I will accept any motions to close the IA committee.
Motion to close the IA.
I accept your motion. Any seconds? I accept your second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Those abstain.
And a 0-point order. If you're not in the committee, you can't close the meeting. I just noticed Jackson. I don't know if you know Jackson.
I will accept any motions to close.
It's okay, sorry.
I clicked it. Will it load? Okay. I will accept any motions to move into Academic Affairs Committee as a whole. I accept your motion. Any seconds? I accept your second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, please say nay. Any abstains? Now we are in committee as a whole. I will accept any nominations.
Aye.
And by I mean Brianna. Walk and accept your nomination.
Academic Affairs, if you are in Academic Affairs, please write your nomination. Pass it to the end of the bench. Table. Yes. Horizontal tables. Is that everyone from this row? Great. Is this everyone from this row? Harvey's still writing, so I'm gonna assume no.
Oh, I'm just doodling.
We have limited papers, stop
I
lying.
tore out the corner.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
We're almost there, you guys. Just 3 more.
And then all the other agenda items.
And then all the other agenda items.
Again, please try to write clearly. Alright, Ireland, Nasreen, and Shalala have all been nominated.
Ireland, do you accept your nomination? Okay. Shalala, do you accept your nomination?
Yes, I do.
Nazreen, do you accept your nomination?
Yes. 1 second. I'm gonna write them up here.
Ireland, would you like to start by giving our 1 to 2 minute speech?
Put order. Make order out.
Point of order.
Not point of order, just like make people stop talking.
They're talking about whether co-chairs. Ireland, would you like to give your 1 to 2 minute speech?
Sure. Do I stand or do I go to
It would be really lovely if you could come to the front. In front of the camera.
It's just a rule.
It's easier to get bees with honey, flies with...
Also, I love the outfit. Thank you. Okay, so I'm Ireland. This is going to be my second year on academic affairs. As a lot of you know, I have accommodations, which has been a big part of my term on academic affairs. And moving forward in the future, I would like to continue focusing on how accommodations affect people's academic performance. So I'd like to talk to the deans about that more in the future.
Shalala?
Hello everyone. I was only on academic affairs last year for 1 year. I'm a new senator, but I've grown to really love academic affairs and try to be involved in every meeting. I'm really passionate about what academic affairs can bring to the student environment. I think we can really improve academics here on campus. I'd like to see DEI training for faculty, fall break. I also want to help improve disability accommodation and SES in general for disabled students, because there's a lot of things that we can improve, such as mandated lecture recordings and captions. I would also like to continue connection with the vice deans and to make sure that we are properly advocating for what the students want to see on campus and from the professors. And I really for me for academic affairs chair. Thank you.
Okay. Hi everyone, my name is Nazreen Nakri. Just a quick little intro. Rising sophomore. I'm running for the academic affairs chair for the upcoming administration. I'm not going to focus my speech as to why I'm qualified for this position, as any Hopkins student who's passionate about their academics could fulfill this role. However, as we move towards an in-person modality this upcoming fall and are facing the fallout of the pandemic simultaneously, the role of academic affairs in establishing new precedents is essential. As academic affairs chair, I aspire to increase mental health awareness and push initiatives aimed to give students a break. Additionally, I hope to increase awareness for religious observances such as Passover, Eid, and Easter, and encourage professors to give students a little bit of a break around these times on assignments and midterms. And lastly, I hope to make sure that with in-person classes, accommodations, as mentioned earlier, are readily available in all aspects, from professors posting their lecture slides on time to professors being lenient when it comes to mental health, and even posting their lectures afterwards for those students who are hard of hearing for larger scale classes that consist of 200 to 300 people. I aim to facilitate overall a smooth transition into in-person classes, as that's something that as a freshman I have not personally experienced and has not been on campus for about 2 years. And I want to make sure that the quality of student life and academic life is smooth, and will actively communicate with the vice deans on all student concerns, including taking course evaluations more seriously when
issuing professors or selecting new professors. So these are just some general initiatives I aim to push if selected as academic affairs chair, and I hope you guys consider me.
Now I will accept motion to move into voting procedure by anyone in the Academic Affairs Committee.
Point of order. When you acknowledge, can you like address the person that
Right.
you are acknowledging so Elena
Oh,
doesn't
yes.
have to go backwards in the video?
I acknowledge Senator Huang's motion. Any seconds?
Second.
I acknowledge Senator Lenny's second. Those in favor of moving into voting procedure, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, abstain. We are now in voting procedure. Now please submit your secret ballots to Brianna.
Is that everybody's?
There's
Missing one. Am I? No, I'm not. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. It was just tiny. Also, shout out to me finding my jacket and my computer charger that I lost last week because I had left them here. So, very happy. Alright, okay, you can't vote for co-chairs. So I'm gonna go ahead and return the ballots and we're gonna re-vote. You can only vote for one person.
Academic affairs do not have co-chair, chair and a vice chair.
Correct, co-chairs don't exist. So I can pass out new paper to whoever needs it and we're gonna go ahead and re-vote. Anybody need new paper?
I need like more.
I'll give you a big piece. Perfect.
Yay.
Anybody else need more paper? Was that you raising your hand? You got this.
Yes.
Okay. Oh my god, we are struggling. Alright, please pass your votes for one person per chair down to the end. 1, 2. 3. It's very satisfying when there's 2 in each row. You didn't see it. Okay. Thank you for writing last names. You don't have to, but it's nice. Oh my goodness. Point of information directed to the chair. Is it a 2/3 majority required for committee chair confirmations or just a majority?
majority.
Okay. Alrighty. Drum roll. Drum roll. Esri! Into the pile.
Now, will anybody would like to motion to close the committee as a whole?
Only people in the committee.
Motion to close.
I accept your motion. Any seconds? I accept your motion, Senator Nazreen. I accept your second. Anybody second?
Second.
I accept your second, Senator Sofilu. And now, Health, Safety, and Sustainability Committee.
Someone motion to go over to
Yeah.
that, please.
Motion to move into health, safety, and sustainability committee.
I accept your motion, Senator Dobbs. Any seconds? I accept your second, Senator Falala. And now, anybody send your nominations to Brianna.
We're getting so good at this. Does anyone need more paper? Oh, I missed paper. 1, 2, 3. Do I have everything from this row? Great. No. You can write nothing. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 5. Am I ready? Awesome. Alrighty, Rachel and Dahlhart have both received nominations.
Senator Huang, do you accept your nomination? Senator Dobbs, do you accept your nomination? Would anyone like to move into voting procedure for health, safety, and sustainability? I accept your motion. Any seconds?
Whose motion did you accept?
I accept Senator Fadlala's motion to move into voting procedure. Any seconds? I accept Senator Benjamin's second. Now, all in favor of moving into voting procedure, please say aye. Those opposed, those abstain, send your votes.
Write the name. Again, Dalhart denied nominations, so don't write Dalhart, and everyone does have to vote for this.
Everyone of 5 people.
Correct. Okay, let me clarify. Everyone who's able to vote should vote.
2 more, you guys. We're almost there. And then
Our last 2 meetings
Point
are
of
very-
information, when does caucus confirmation occur?
Caucus is going to occur either today or the first week. That way we can get freshmen involved as well.
if you submitted today, which is next, I
Well,
believe.
no, you can't, because we passed the amendment.
Disability caucus
Huh?
would like to get confirmed soon.
First week, go for it. You're
No,
very
we
welcome.
have,
You have something today?
I'll discuss it.
Oh, okay.
Something that we want to do before summer.
Okay, again, please write clearly. Oh wow, this is really gonna be a big surprise for everyone.
Drum roll, please.
Rachel!
Woo! You know the drill. I will accept any motions to close the committee. I accept your motion, Senator Dobbs. Any seconds? I accept your second, Senator. Are you on here? Wait. Oh no, I moved past Senator Fadlala. And all those in favor of moving out, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed, those abstain. Second to last one, student services. Any motions from anybody in student services?
Motion to enter student services.
Motion accepted. Motion accepted from Senator Morris.
Motion to move into student
Service
services
as-
committee as a whole.
Motion to move into student services committee as a whole.
I accept your motion, Senator Morris. Any seconds?
Second.
I accept your second, Senator Gupta. And all those in favor of moving into committee as a whole, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, those abstain. Nominations.
You can preemptively write your nominations if you want.
Also, if you are in the next category,
You're welcome
civic
to
engagement,
preemptively write your next
please
category
feel free to
nominations.
go ahead.
Not covered. Anybody here? Alright, I should have 6 nominations. I have 2. Speed, please. Alright, you guys, no. One, yep, sorry, 5, thank you.
I need a.
You need paper? Oh my goodness, I was waiting for this moment.
Everybody on civic engagement, also please write your nomination.
Who is not voted? Don't raise your hand, actually, don't tell me who has not.
Let me just mix it
Okay,
up.
last person. Are we missing 2 people on there? Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, yes,
Somebody
okay.
said 5 and I didn't think, look at it. Oh my gosh.
Stop gaslighting.
Okay. Oh, that's a lot for that committee. Okay. We have nominations for. Jackson and Jenny have both gotten a nomination.
Jenny cannot be nominated.
Mm.
So, I texted her and she does not want to be nominated. Yeah, so.
Vote for all of them.
Huh?
Can we vote for all of them?
No, isn't it just Jackson then?
No, like if she's not here and we're doing committee chair confirmation, she can't be committee chair.
So like that person.
I'm also pretty sure.
Also, Jenny told me she did not want to be chair.
Jenny said she would decline the nomination if she was here, so. That's really easy. So, Jackson Dukes,
I have to give a speech.
Do you accept your nomination first?
I accept my nomination.
Great.
Ooh, would you like to give a 1 to 2 minute speech?
It's not what you like, it's you have
I'm
to.
being polite. You trap more flies
They
with
say
honey
no when
than
you do.
throw the gavel at them.
Y'all know the drill. Kind of like IA, as Ryan said earlier, student services has been a joke committee for a while. It's kind of sad because I feel like student services has a lot of potential to do a lot for the student body, because if you can convene meetings with administrators on just like basic things that they're not doing, you can basically just be like, hey, this is the student perspective. And a lot of administrators don't get a student perspective very often. And that's something that I've kind of learned because recently I've talked to the director of the library, of the Sheridan Libraries, Winston Tabb, about the food situation in Brody, and learned, wow, there was another reason for it. And really people weren't aware of that. And I think that sometimes just talking to administrators and getting an idea of why they're making the decisions they make gives you a better clue into either how do you go into a discussion with them to say, okay, how do we change this now to do something, or why not? I don't know, there's not much to say. Student services needs more people. Honestly, I feel like this is too small of a list. We're gonna poach some of those freshmen as well, hopefully.
Freshmen are assigned already. You might have people, I would
You
assign
have
more people.
But anyways, vote for me if you want for student services. Nobody else is running, sadly. But be passionate about student services.
Also, feel free to say your motions quickly if you'd like to.
Like any motions to move into voting procedure? What?
Somebody from student services.
Motion to move into voting procedure.
I accept Senator Gupta's motion. Will there be any seconds? Who seconds?
Please.
Okay, I accept Senator Rodriguez's second. Now we are moving into voting procedure. Please, please say aye if you would like to.
Aye.
Those opposed? Those abstain.
Time, friends, pass quickly.
Oh, my bad.
Right, thank you. I'll just, yes, I'll pass out my paper. Okay, anybody else? You need paper for voting, that's important.
If you're on here, if you're on civic engagement, you need 2 pieces of paper.
It's more than 2 because they have to do ballots, so it's 4.
Hmm?
It's 4 pieces of paper per person, so you have to do ballot and vote.
So don't you just get 1 ballot and 1 vote?
Yeah, but if you're in 2 committees, it's 1
Oh,
ballot.
I meant on like civic engagement. Like you just,
Oh, correct, yeah.
yeah.
Okay. I'm still missing. I have 3. Who else?
There are 4 you should have.
No, I have 4. I really should just count the ones that are by hand.
Oh wait, I shouldn't.
Okay, drum roll, please, everyone. Jackson. Remind you to vote, by the way. Like, you can write abstain, just like don't leave it blank. For the future.
Okay.
So no issue.
I will accept any motions to move out of committee as a whole.
Motion to close the committee.
I accept Senator Lenny's motion. Any seconds?
Second.
I accept Senator Fadlala second.
Nope.
Wait, who said it? I accept Senator Rodriguez's second. All in favor of moving out, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, those abstain. Final one, last one, we're almost there. You know the motion.
Motion to move into civic engagement committees.
I accept your motion, Senator Gupta. Any seconds? I accept your motion. I accept your second, Senator Fadlala. All those in favor of moving into voting procedure, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, those abstain.
Paper. Anybody else need paper before we do this last one? Oh, I did that perfectly. Great. Pass your nominations down quickly, please.
Fast.
Also, feel free to vote and say all of your words very quickly. We have a lot to get through, and I don't want to be here all night, as I'm assuming the rest of you don't as well. I can tell whose that was.
There should be 4.
Correct.
You have 4.
I have 2. I have 3. I'll just come over there.
Shuffle them up so you don't know who they're from.
I love it. It's wonderful, except for I don't know who it is. Alrighty. Harvey.
Yeah.
You're nominated. Do you accept or deny?
Do you accept your nomination? Is he the only one?
Yes.
1 to 2 minute speech. You got this. Speed run it.
Excellent. Speed run it. Hi everyone, I'm Harvey, and I live and breathe the U.S. of A. Democracy is my favorite thing in the world.
Order.
Go team.
Okay. Again, these are serious speeches.
You're talking about live and breathe the United States.
I will accept any motions to move into voting
Any
procedure.
motions?
Motion to move into voting procedure.
I accept Senator Gupta's motion. Any seconds?
Any seconds?
I accept Senator Fadlala's second. All in favor of moving into voting procedure, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, those abstain. Ballots.
You can do that. Alright. Vote. 1, 2. calendar. 3.
I need another piece of paper.
Did you mess up?
Yeah, I messed.
How do you mess up?
I already wrote one out, and then I was like, oh.
You're lucky. I had exactly the right amount.
Okay.
I think I called something too much.
That's interesting.
It's a secret ballot. That's a violation. Of,
there's no
that's
secrets
a
from
violation
your
of
president.
secret ballot rules.
That wasn't a ballot though. You didn't turn it in. That was just a piece of paper I found on the table.
Drum roll, please.
Harvey, yay, okay.
Ooh.
Can we get out of this committee?
I will accept any motions to move out. I accept your motion, Senator Falala. Any seconds? I accept your second, Senator Gupta. Woo! All those in favor of moving out of committee as a whole for civic engagement, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed, those abstain. Confirming chairs of Latinx Caucus. Would members of Latinx Caucus like to nominate their chair that they've nominated?
We get a little talk time, presentation.
Okay, presentation time.
This is just how things on the agenda work. So, as you guys know, we have caucuses. The Latinx Caucus was not active last year because I didn't have enough time to do it, and we didn't have enough interested members either amongst the student body or within SGA itself. We felt like we couldn't do it justice, and we didn't want to be active until we could, actually do meaningful work. And there were some senators who just got elected or returning members who are interested in restarting it, and we have enough interest, and they're putting in the work. So shout out to them. I'm going to go ahead and let Shalala say anything that she wants because I'm pretty sure you're the one presenting this. Also, point of order, are you supposed to have the name of the people that are presenting next to the agenda items?
Yes.
In the future? Okay, great. Just wanted to confirm that. So Shalala, do you have anything to say?
Oh, not really. I'm just really glad to start this up again this upcoming year. So, yeah.
Shout out to me originally founding this, and then COVID hit and everything fell apart.
So, who are your nominations to chair of the committee?
You can nominate yourself, or you can nominate other people.
I actually wanted to nominate Senator Moreno.
Do
you accept your nomination, Senator Moreno? Now, as a Senate, we must confirm. Are there any other nominations? Don't they choose beforehand?
Yeah, but sometimes they get spicy and they want to nominate somebody.
I thought
else
that's not
too.
allowed. Okay.
I know, but sometimes it happens.
Okay. With no other nominations, would anyone like to make a motion to vote to confirm?
We don't have to do speeches for this one. Point of order.
Motion to vote to confirm.
I accept your motion, Senator Lenny. Any seconds?
Second.
I accept your seconds, Senator Liu. All those in favor of confirming Senator Moreno Cruz as... No, because we already talked about it. We did this for Apita too. You just go into confirming. We don't.
Just confirm. Are you sure you don't have to?
Or that's what we did for Apita.
Carolyn's gone. Point of information directed to the chair. Since we are voting to confirm, we do have to move into voting procedure before voting, correct? Or wrong?
What?
That's how we did it before.
For Apita Caucus, we didn't. I don't know. We might have done that one wrong.
That was directed to the chair. Chair, you can ask somebody else if necessary and redirect the question. But does anybody else have anything to say on this topic to the question that I just asked? I'm specifically looking at the two newly minted Parley Pro experts. Anything on this? If not, it's fine.
I feel like we don't technically always need the extra moving into voting procedure. It depends on the motion.
I thought we needed it always if you're moving to voting.
Also, as presiding officer of the Senate, I can waive it. All those in favor of confirming Senator Moreno Cruz?
But when we were just doing it for the confirming committee chairs.
Committees and caucus are separate. Yeah. No, you're
Point
good.
of personal privilege.
Yes.
I would like to be identified as Senator Cruz.
Senator Cruz. Okay. Okay. Sorry.
Thank you.
All those. Wait. Yeah. We already motioned. Yes. All those in favor of confirming Senator Cruz as the chair of the Latinx Caucus, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Those abstain. Woo! New chair.
Point of information.
Yes.
Do we need, or do I have to vote, or do we have to nominate a vice chair soon? Or?
That is done as a caucus. That is done on your own time, as in your own caucus meeting.
Come to Senate and chair.
Okay, thank you.
Now for our first event report of the season. Oh, yes.
Point of order. A request for any other privilege has to be granted by the assembly via vote. Only the 3 authority that I previously outlined can be granted by the chair.
Okay. Then
So just for future.
yeah, for future reference. President Chu, would you like to come up and present for your event reports?
Sure. Yes.
Let me pull this up if it will. Cho? Oh, Cho. Because I thought Raichu. That's what. Raichu. Sorry, my apologies.
All right. Wow.
Once this loads.
All right. On the 23rd, from 7 p.m. to midnight, we held the freshman J. Gatsby formal in the annex. Anyways, this was a formal, year-end formal for members of the freshman class. Features included a DJ and dance floor, photo ops, 3 of them, the red carpet, 360 camera, and photo booth. Photo booth included both printable and digitally shareable formats. We also had food, catering, hot food, cupcakes, and drinks, and then we had a mock casino component and a raffle. The results. I believe our attendance of registered individuals was in the low 200s, but I don't believe that included non-registered individuals. Our reviews were pretty good. We didn't see any, or at least I didn't see any complaints about the event, which is a good sign, given, like, side chat and whatever. Our expenditures totaled to approximately $16K out of a budget of like 20 or so. So we still have some money currently. You can see the breakdown. I won't go through that, but it's available for reference. Planning for a higher no-show rate. We could have avoided some food waste and some other things if we just, but this is our first time with this type of event, so it was difficult to predict what the show rate would be. DJ, very important for the atmosphere. I think a lot of people were happy with that, plus the other features. As long as you can build like a good environment, I think people will be happy, even if there are like rows of class flags hanging above you, which is something we could not remove. But make sure the logo is in more places. So I think now that I think back about it, we probably should have had one on like over the red carpet, like where the pictures were. I think that may have been nice or something, or I don't know. But just basically logo in more places, just so it's easier to identify the event and just build the relationship with the student body, I guess. People see the logo and you get more credit for it. Volunteer and vendor schedules. I think just in general, planning that out more. We had to run vendors to different bathrooms in nearby resident halls. So that would have been useful to plan out, as well as some other logistics. Basically just making sure people have what they need to effectively run the event. And locking down vendors, just, do it as soon as possible. I think we'll make sure to communicate this with the incoming freshman class council. It's just a good thing to do. And then pictures, we have the Flickr pictures, which kind of uploaded, which will be backed up to Drive, and then plus the booth pics, both of which are available in the event report. And that's all. Hey, is there anything that anybody would like to add from the council, either current? Yeah, go on.
We got good side chat
For the first time.
Someone specifically said on side chat, and I quote, "Dang, not me actually feeling bad for missing out on the freshman."
No.
I tried to edit this earlier, but I didn't have access. Hot food catering was actually close to approximately 6K, if I'm not wrong. Yeah.
It was good though.
Okay. Oh, sorry, this is based on Hopkins groups, but it may not have been updated yet. I
It
think
may
this
not
is
be
the
updated, yeah, it was close to 6K, and when it comes to like catering in general, for the capacity, if it's above 400, you're not gonna get it for cheaper than 5K. It's a general number.
Yeah. And we will add that into our convention process.
I would also like to add that it was so good that I was catching juniors and seniors propping doors open and sneaking in through the back to come hang out, dance, and eat food. At last count, I think there was 15 people who snuck in that were not freshmen.
There are pictures of them too.
Yeah, they were on the red carpet. Like they were thoroughly taking part in all the festivities. So you guys are good enough to make people across your class year want it.
360 is very popular. Highly recommend for any event on campus.
Can I see the 360 photo or video through?
No, it's silent. Whoa.
Oh.
You can see it on your own time.
I actually can't, but I haven't tried them all.
Oh, I can see it on your own
The
time.
link to photos is also in our link tree in the freshman side.
Okay.
Anyways, once more, shout out to our freshman council and now our sophomore council, Sophie and Brianna, for coming and making sure we have a camera for the
I got you. DSLR training.
I said current and I said current sophomore. Like that was the freshman, so freshman council is sophomore. Yeah, freshman and sophomore councils. Yeah.
Up next and for.
So this is related to a previous statement that was said. So it turns out there is no such thing, at least that I'm seeing, as a point of privilege. There is a thing called a question of privilege. And if you call a question of privilege, it is chair discretion. That is if someone wants to address a brief thing. If there's something that's not considered brief, like it's someone that will lead to them actually giving a motion, the chair has to approve that, or someone has to second it, and then it has to be approved by the chair. And then that goes to them basically getting the motion. And that's only for very, very rare situations, but this situation such as correcting a name is
a
what
question
would be
of
defined
privilege.
as a question of privilege.
Okay.
Point of order.
I believe that Toby has direction.
Yes, I'll recognize Kai. She said first.
Okay. Jackson, can you give an example of the question of privilege?
So a question of privilege would be that you could bring up a question of privilege and, for instance, say my name, like I would like my name written in a different way in the minutes. Or you could say there's an issue with something. This is just kind of like a, hey, I'm correcting this. Or for instance, it's too loud outside, can someone shut the door? That would also be considered a point.
Like the side chatter. The side chatter.
You could also say, well, that's just a point of privilege. It wouldn't be personal privilege. You could say, stop the side chatter, but since it's a rule, that's a point of order.
Point of order. Yeah, Jackson's correct. Side chat, side conversations is a point of order because it's an enforcement of rules. Question of privilege has to be an urgent request specifically. I don't know how that.
It says in section 19, paragraph 7 of Robert's rules that may relate, for example, to an incorrect record of a member's participation in a meeting or charges circulated against them or against a member's character. That could also just mean that there's something brief that someone is trying to fix, and they just want to get out of the way. It's basically something that's between a point of order and a point of order.
Okay. With no further comments, in first reading, we have the bylaws amendment, so we will not be voting upon it at this time, but it is something that you all should look at before we meet next time, which will be in August. So you have plenty of time to read through the bylaws. What? Huh? No, it's first reading, so we just present. You don't present until the second reading. Carolyn? Okay.
We agree that there's a very short presentation for first reading, and then also short, and then it goes to committee, and then when it comes back for second reading, there's an overview of the changes that have been made in committee, if any, and then somebody in committee talks about yay, we passed it, or maybe we didn't.
Okay, G1, I will give you the floor. Could you please come to the front? G1, President Wu, could you come to the front and present? I will pull it up once this loads.
So this amendment is per the constitutional change that that made. So it's supposed to follow the constitutional change since that was a big one. So the bylaw needs to change with the constitution. So that is basically what it is. It's a very similar format to what Nathan has presented in the other bill. So if you look, keep scrolling down, you can kind of see what has been changed, and there's rationale section. So most of these are just to match the most current version of the Constitution. So if you guys have a chance to look at it, we'll present it after it passes internal affairs and the second reading next year, next academic year. So yeah.
So you guys better memorize it. And next we have the electronic voting funding bill, which I waived and passed on to second reading, which will be presented by President Chow.
Alright, the electronic voting funding bill. So, as all of you know, we currently use a Viva Voce vote. Shoot, I can't remember. It may be a special rule, because I know that's not Robert's, but I think we already have it indicated somewhere else. Let's see. Okay, so our current voting is that a correction? Yeah, so I think it is a special rule then. So currently there are a few downsides to our voting system. The notifications are making me nervous, but okay. So firstly, senators may not feel comfortable voting in opposition because they don't want to hold up the assembly. As you know, our meeting times can cut into the 3-hour range or more, occasionally. Senators sometimes change their vote between the voice vote and the roll call vote, which is actually okay, according to Robert's rules, but I guess that's something we can make simpler. And roll call votes, of course, as you know, take a long time because we have to go through every single person, and it's just not as efficient as it could be. And of course, it's difficult for Elena to track all of, everybody's roll call votes. Anonymous votes are also very inefficient, as we saw today of the paper. And all of this could be improved with a very interesting solution called the Electronic Voting Funding Bill. And what this bill will do is it will allow us to buy a electronic voting setup. I believe this electronic voting setup is already being the U.S. House of Representatives, I think, possibly, but basically it's a well-established system. It's like a better iClicker, in terms of both cost and features. And what this will specifically buy is 45 keypads. So this will accommodate our 23 to 24 expansion too, in terms of voting members. It'll include the software and the transport bag, because we have to move the clickers with us, as well as shipping. And we also get a $250 discount, which is always great. We did consider several alternatives. As I previously mentioned, iClicker was rejected because it's not as customizable, and it's also more expensive in terms of per unit cost. Microsoft Excel, very complex setup, and it would take more time, so not as efficient, and possibly not as robust as this system would be. Slido and Mentimeter, other software, it's all anonymous, so unfortunately we can't attach names to it. Survey Legend and others. So we did consider many other options, and none of them were able to match what we have here, which is the Meridia Mars platform. So if we go down, we can see that the cost of this, like the things that I outlined earlier, will be $1,485 with a 3-year warranty. And that's it, yeah.
Now I will accept any motions for moderation vote.
Motion to move into.
Okay.
Motion to move into a 3-minute Q&A with 30 seconds speech.
So we're just moving into second reading right away?
Yes, I waived it. Okay, I accept your motion to move into voting procedure. Senator Morris? Huh? What was the motion?
My motion was to
Oh, sorry, 3-minute Q&A.
3-minute Q&A with 30 seconds speech.
Okay, I accept your motion, Senator Morris, for 3-minute Q&A with 30-second speaking times. I accept President Wu's second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Those abstain. We are now in a 3-minute Q&A with 30-second speaking times.
Is there any chance that you have like a picture of what this looks like when like people are actually like in the actual voting setup? Like when people are in the process of voting, like what do you see?
So this is what the voters see, like they literally see that. There are 5 buttons, 3 of which are previously in place and 2 are customizable. As far as the admin side goes, they do have a demo software available on their website. I don't have pictures on hand, but maybe Cody can pull up one. Yeah, you can, I guess you can check out the demo software or the sample images that they have on their website.
You yield my time.
Would anybody else like to be added to the speakers list? I accept your motion to close the Q&A. President Wu, I accept your second, Senator Morris. All those in favor of closing the Q&A, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed, those abstain. I'll accept any other motions at this time.
Motion to vote on the electronic voting, or motion to move into voting procedure.
Yes.
Wait, point of information.
To vote for the electronic voting.
What's your? Yeah.
Is the funding for this bill coming from this year's?
Yes, that
money
is
or next year's?
this year's money.
Okay.
That's why there's another bill coming up. Any motions?
Oh, I motion.
What is your motion?
Oh wait, no, I thought.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
I would motion to move to vote on the electronic voting funding bill.
I accept your motion. Any seconds? I accept your second. All those in favor of moving into voting procedure, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed, those abstain. All those in favor of the electronic funding bill, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed, those abstain. Woo! That is our first bill of the year. Woo! And after that, we have another bill, which is going to be presented by Senator Parrish.
These are nice.
Would you like to come up? Would anyone like to make a funding bill to get me a faster laptop? You have the floor.
Okay, cool. So as a lot of you know, some of you don't know, but you're about to find out right now, SGA is required to do a tabling event every month. So we are currently working on funding the merchandise for the tabling event in hopefully September. So we have some designs.
Should this document say 2022 and not 2023? I don't think.
I did not write this document.
Yes, that is a typo, which we will fix.
Yeah.
No, at the top, I think it says September 2023. Yeah, we messed up. Continue.
Okay. Anyway, so these are some designs by Elena. So first we have SGA patches. SGA pins, another bird by Elena. We're going crazy this time, so we have some hoodies. Yeah. I know. It's wild. Never done this before. And we have quarter zips, which, yeah, extra fancy, right? Okay, can you scroll down a little bit more? All this totals to $8,357.59. So that is our table.
I will accept any motions.
Point of information, should it say graduating members? I'm assuming that this was taken from the souls.
So point of information, Toby, can you confirm that we wrote this before GBM today, and I wrote it, and I haven't wrote legislation since freshman year, so I would like to apologize for any errors, because I was doing this very quickly.
I think that is an abuse of the point of information, but yes. Okay.
I do have a point of information.
Yes.
Point of information, what point would I have used to make that statement?
I will, using my point of information, I will direct it to Senator Morris.
Point of order, you would have made a, you would have asked if you could make a,
Or would that be
it wouldn't really be a question of personal privilege, but you could ask if you could make a motion to the assembly, and then Kobe would have to acknowledge that, and I think you'd have to be second. But Ryan can correct me.
But I will now accept any motions to discuss. I will accept your motion to move in the 2-minute honorary caucus. Speaking times. I accept your second. All those in Senator Hart-Dobbs and President Wu for the second. All those in favor of moving to the moderated caucus, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, those abstain. We are now in a 2-minute moderated caucus. You have.
I'm just curious. 8,000
Okay.
seems like a lot for a tabling event. I'm just curious, like, it's not normally our monthly tabling budget because like I've done it. I'm just curious where the 8,000 is coming from. At a yearly time.
Has over $8,000 remaining for this spring semester, so this is where our money will go.
So I guess my question would just be, are members going to get any of the SGA stuff?
You're like.
I mean, I feel like it's just an interesting question, because it would be kind of funny if the only people wearing SGA what? I have 30 seconds. It's a long time. Like if the only people wearing SGA merch are non-SGA people, that would be kind of weird. It'd be kind of funny though. It'd be kind of funny.
It's like fan t-shirts, like you're like Billie Eilish with a fancy word.
I feel.
Sorry, we.
Just got me a speaker system.
Okay, how's that? President Wu.
Yeah, so, also, can we get a different color? That color low-key, like, not obvious, too.
It's okay.
Is it just me? I think I would prefer, like, a light blue, you know, bright light blue.
Point of information, I think that's what it says, I'm not sure. Don't we have to use the colors that Hopkins provides when you're using Hopkins licensed merchandise?
That's not Hopkins license, that's SGA license.
Hey,
Like they have like a certain.
we're trying to yield.
Point of order, I think we established at the last meeting you can't actually yield to
Okay.
a specific person.
What Q&A, so whoever is answering this.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
direct it to someone.
So, about the color, there is only limited colors available. That this is the closest we have using custom ink, and who is our regular custom merchandise provider. Yes.
So I would like to I can't amend things, but the math is wrong here because the amount of money that we scroll down. The amount of money that we have for the total is more than the actual amount of money that we have after we pay for the eye clickers. So currently, we need to lower this by approximately $1,500 to account for the cost of the eye clickers being taken out of the account. So I would suggest that someone, whether it's Kobe or somebody else, figures out how to remove $1,500 from this tabling bill, so we can pay for the eye clickers. We just pay for that. Otherwise, SGA will go into debt if he passes this bill. Yeah, 1,500. That we're in a Q&A, right? Kobe, is that okay with you?
Yeah.
We're in a moderated caucus.
Yeah, we are in
I know we're
moderated.
in moderated caucus.
Yeah.
You're in a Q&A for mine. I think you called the moderator.
Yeah.
But wasn't the moderated caucus 2 minutes 30?
Yeah, so
Yes.
we have 30 second speaking times is 4 speakers, so we have 4 speakers. 2 minutes or 30 second speakers.
So after Brianna should be done.
Excited after me.
Now that our Q&A, our moderated caucus is expired, I would accept a motion to extend the moderated caucus.
Motion to extend moderated caucus by 3 minutes.
Second that.
With 30 second speaking times. I accept your motion, Senator Dobbs, and accept your second, Senator Cruz. Do you have a point of? Do you have a point of?
I'm going to be added to the.
Oh, motion to, we have to approve, right?
Correct.
Motion to vote to move into moderated caucus.
Motion continued.
Okay. All those opposed, those abstain. Okay. Kaya's.
Wait, I'm first.
And yeah, I know. Would you like to?
I'm sorry. I'm counting. I'm so sorry.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I just did the math. So if we get rid of 24 of each of the hoodies, we will be under 1,500. So, what can I motion to amend this? No? Okay, well, keep that in the back of your head. And then we're good.
Okay, Kaya.
Lower the quantities, the unit price goes up. Are you
You have to wait until you recognize the other speakers.
I recognize you for speaking. Yeah, you're good. You're good. You can go.
lower the quantity, the unit price goes up. So you have to use just.
Okay, I can check that right now. Oh my god. Right, 20. Senator Rodriguez would like to go. You say something and then you can pass it on to someone else.
I was wondering why people would want to buy an SGA hoodie if they're not an SGA.
Would you like to?
We're giving you that for free.
Why?
All of that's what we've been doing with that. Is give out free merchandise because SGA is supposed to be like sharing your image on campus, making ourselves visible, and it's a way that we gather feedback from students.
Okay.
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 Yeah, you're.
Oh, I'm in.
Yeah, you're.
Question. I feel that, more of a statement. I feel that we should, if we were to consider eliminating anything, it would probably just be the quarter zips. More people tend to have more people tend to be more inclined towards hoodies than quarter zips. And you have my time.
If point of information, on the bill for the quarter zips,
Yes.
there's just like a random like 36. I'm just curious what that is for if I'm trying to calculate.
Is that might be dollars?
You know what I'm saying? It says 10 extra, 20 tall, 20 medium, 30 wide, 10 extra wide.
Oh, I
So
see
it's
what you
like-
mean.
That's the unit
Yeah, that
price.
might be the price.
Okay, just making sure it wasn't.
Okay.
If the price increases as like we decrease quantity, we as the freshman council can discuss, and if this is allowed, I'm not sure if Caucus finances or whatever permits this. We do have several thousand left. If we are allowed to, we could complete the purchase at the level it is at and use the merch that we're paying for at our own tabling event to keep the per unit price down.
I will pass that on to Kaya.
We do not have money remaining.
Hmm?
We do
Point of
not.
information, we are getting refunded for several things that did not come to our event.
Further point of information, we're getting charged for the furniture that was moved across the annex.
You're up next, Dave. Yeah, you're fine. You're good to go. Hey, side conversations.
So in a recent email from Erica, we were told that based on initial calculations, limited to this Friday, of course.
Quick point of information, Carol, first. Is it possible for them to give us money?
To give who money?
The freshman council to use their spare money to go to SGA.
Freshman class can spend money however they want within the rules, but they can't give it, they're not giving it away. Are you is this to ask if SGA, if freshman class council can pay for items to be giveaway?
Yeah, that is what they were.
Yeah, if that's not, if it's stipulated within your rules to do that, then yes, you can do it.
Point of information, then could we possibly, like, if we send through the council, essentially, like, provisionally, like, as a proxy, actually, so it's still fulfilling the rules of what would be considered a sophomore class council.
I will pass this question down to Carolyn and Kaya, who deal with money.
I'm confused how freshmen came into this conversation.
So, since I'm technically senior now, basically SGA, like the budget, cannot afford all of what is being put in the bill. But if you take units away, the per unit price increases. So what we're saying is because the freshman class council should have more than enough money left, we would have to discuss it, so we may have to like recess for this, if this is allowed. We would be willing to use, if we all use our money to purchase anything that SJ cannot pay for, and keep and use the merch at our own tabling events, so we can keep the per unit price down.
But I'd like to add, the reason that we have this money is because we received refunds, and therefore, like, it's stuff that we wouldn't be able to spend otherwise, because of things not happening at our event. So that are outside our control.
I'll just answer the question. Point of information. So we're basically buying the merch from SGA, the whole SGA, as a freshman. That's how the transactions work. You guys are buying it off them.
Yes.
Okay.
Is there a question you can ask?
Is that legal?
Is that correct?
Yeah, so legal's not the right term. So SGA has its own pot of money. Each class council also has its own pot of money. So right now, technically, you cannot redistribute those funds. You can't just say like, oh yeah, freshman class, we'll give SGA some money. You can't do that. But for now, I think if you want to make sure that you can pass this legislation and can't do the calculations in the moment, your language for approving this bill should be in line with making sure that the amount of money you spend does not exceed the balance that is in the SGA account. And then buy what you can afford. And then if freshman class council wants to then go purchase other items on another ticket under their account, you can do that.
Point of information. If we were to section off some of the stuff on this for freshmen only, like for instance, if we were to make it so like 5 of the patches were for freshmen only, then couldn't we technically put our money into it because there's a benefit that's specifically for our class?
Wait, point of information, if this bill was restructured to be from the freshman class council, from when we did the Tuesday tabling event, we actually did dip into SGA funding in order to buy stuff that benefits the whole student body. So what if this was a freshman tabling event, that benefited the whole student body by making it from the freshman and using the rest of SGA?
I don't think
that's what we're doing. Yeah. And we'd be willing to put this on. We'd be willing to put this on.
Of the freshman budget, like you don't know the
September.
September when?
There's not.
Tabling this is not a question. Tabling this is not an option, right?
No, this is the last Monday of the year. Zoom in. What do you want to zoom in? Oh, zoom in.
So, one of the questions that I'm having right now is per unit, like the whole thing per unit, or per unit for a certain for like a certain thing, like per unit for like quarter zips, or per unit for like, so per unit for quarter.
Of that specific item.
Okay, then I feel like that we should, if freshman think is probably not going to go that way, or if it does go that way, we should consider sectioning off one part of that, and that the freshmen can buy that section on their own, if that is what they want to do. I feel like to resolve anything else, the SGA can keep whatever they would like to keep, and if the freshmen are interested with whatever refund that they have, they can buy it off. They can buy it with their own money. I feel like that is a reasonable solution. Is that something that's possible? Is that something that we can calculate really?
We do not know the current budget of what?
Point of information, it does work because then we can just lower the amount of just, like, let's say we take the quarter zips off. So then we make the balance of this bill just to the max of the SGA budget, and then freshmen on our own just use the rest of our budget separately to order the exact same quarter zips and then just bring them to the table.
Okay. Point of information, what's the current budget of the freshmen?
We don't know.
Wait, I will accept any motions to move into a I will accept that motion. Accept the second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Those abstain. 3-minute recess. Figure this out, please. I want to go home.
Bro, I don't get it right now, man. I don't project doing 3 hours.
We do, what's it called? So we figure out the exact SGA budget for all the items, and make this bill without quarter zips, just to But is it per item for, like, if we order the quarter zips and the hoodies together, all of those? No, it's okay, so that's why we do just so like someone, so you guys really like what just hoodies.
As you like the hoodies, if you're at the end of the day, we can make it so people would much rather have hoodies and are much more likely to wear hoodies on regular basis.
We gotta make this math. Okay, so
I'm not
I'm saying
my phone's out of bounds. Wait, can you come up here?
So we don't even we can't dip in a
Just take all the
No, we want to maximize the to fit.
I had the math.
Okay, so it's whatever that is.
So we have 8,000.
So 8357.59 minus how much was the iClicker bill?
1485, I believe. It's on there. So many tabs. Wait, Kaya, what was the number that we're on?
We should buy more storage.
1485.
Okay, so that means we have 6,872 to spend. Can you go back to the other bill? The merch one?
Merch one.
Okay, then I'm going to subtract the earlier items.
Wait. I think I just did the math wrong.
I was using storage space
Kaya, we don't need.
Wait. We put the total number at the bottom wrong. We have enough for everything, I believe. But wait, can someone get a calculator and add all this up? 2916. I don't have a calculator. Who's calculating?
Okay,
this math ain't mathing right now.
someone please math this.
The pictures are 1485.
Well, you add that, and if that's not right, then I can just do this and then it'll work.
I'll go Hopkins. Okay, yo, okay.
Yeah. We have enough money. Oh my God. No, because it's just that the number at the bottom was wrong.
Oh.
Yeah, that was so.
Okay.
Wow.
We're back in session. Did you? What's the number on? What's the number on? Order in the court. Back to seats. Back to seating. Back to seating.
What's happening?
Yes. No, we're not. Recess is over. Recess is over.
Wait, let me grab them.
Wait, we're waiting.
Wait.
Dalhart, what's the number I had at the bottom? Dalhart, what was the number? Yes, it was just it was a semantic error. What was-
Point of information. Can you give us a number?
Wait, he's Dalhart. Okay, I can just do the math. Yes. Wait, let me add this real quick. Okay, the issue was a semantic one with math at the bottom calculated wrong. We do indeed have enough money. Yeah. All those in favor of moving into voting.
Elena made a question.
What?
This does include shipping, yes?
Yes, it should. I think it should. I believe it's free shipping with these.
Okay, yeah. I think customizing after a certain amount
Huh?
Free delivery, I looked it up.
Free delivery. Okay. I accept G1's motion to move into procedure.
Second.
Accept Senator Fadlala's second. All those in favor of moving to voting procedure, please say aye. Aye. All those who oppose procedure, all in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed, those abstain. Second bill of the semester! Woo! Oh my gosh. So many tabs. How do we wait for the tabs to load?
Only Microsoft Word loaded as fast as Google Docs. Oh, yeah, that's actually good. Yeah. Point of information.
Yes.
Could we do something to like download all the documents beforehand?
Yes.
Yeah, but I think because with the tab, the automatic update is easy. But it's from the future we can do that. Up next we have prospective legislation announcements. Does anybody have? Brianna, would you like to give us an announcement?
Yes. This Friday, 7:30, in front of Shriver / on that quad area. Aerial Circus and Fire Spinning are doing a joint circus show. Jackson will be there. I will be there. I'm president, so I will be there. There is fire breathing. There are 25-foot rigs.
Wait,
maybe
fire.
You should come to Jackson.
Someone's fire?
Sophie and fire breathing. Also meet me if I can learn tomorrow. And we'll possibly be giving out like clown noses and snacks and stuff. But either way, it's gonna be really cool, and everybody should show up because it's gonna be great. I don't have people to say my other announcement.
Also, announcement 2.0 for all the chairs that's not IA and finance. You need to the chair has to nominate a vice chair, and then that vice chair has to be confirmed within the committee by 2/3 vote. Please do that when your next committee meeting is.
Point of order, is that for all committees?
All committee except IA and finance. Except finance.
Also, when you set your meeting times, which you have to do at your next meeting, obviously, you should share them with the exact way we can publicize it on the website. Once your meeting time information.
No, we're
an announcement.
If you go
Going or not down to a point. Where are the position docs from the last change? Yes, that.
Did y'all create transition docs?
there were transition docs.
I got like committee, not class.
For committees.
It was sent to us
Doc won't come out until next.
Ask the previous chair if they created a
Motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second.
I accept your motion, I accept your second. All in favor of adjourning the meeting?
Aye.
Opposed, nay.
Kobe, are you or Elena putting together the committees on this?
On what?
Are you or Elena putting it on?
Leftover food from their event, still keep it outside, follow.
So you can help me with being the chair of civic engagement and being
I
the
was
president.
a terrible chair and terrible president, but I will help.
Okay, thank you.
Do you want to do it during waiting period?
Yeah, totally.
Or we can just do it on Zoom anytime during the
Yeah, just whenever. I have nothing to do. I've basically already done my.
I'm so busy this week, I want to cry. I thought I was busy last week, and I thought this week would be easy, but
No,
nope.
my hell week this week. I'm like done.
I need a pee.
Write like 2 essays, but they're in classes where I'm basically.
I was a little bit side-minded.
I mean, your name is also up for other things, so that's the difficulty. Every single committee is there. I'll try to pull those that I remember, but I promise you guys. Good at if it gets high, because I have 2 for Shalala, 1 for Ireland, and 1 for Nazarene. Yeah, this.
So Rebecca Walsh.
Yeah, they're all, I crumpled them all together, so for example, you have votes from other things. I'm gonna go and leave them all out and make sure you was you and Nazarene and Ireland all nominated the wrong thing, because that would make this easier. Yeah.
You're not, it's pretty taxing.
You could not
So
be
one person is
there.
all
Are you sure?
council related things.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, clap your paper. It was 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Nazarene has all the people voting.
So
See, this is already.
we'll do formal intros.
Sorry. They're not in my, I literally picked it up and moved it. Like, for example, this is way more than 6 already. I promise you that, and it also could be from the nominations and not from the voting.
Pasta. Oh shit.
You want to read those?
This bowl of pasta.
No, it's just completely not.
What I look at.
No one's taking their prerogative.
We should pass it on earlier. That was bad.